Hi, I'm Barb. Welcome to my craft studio. I'm going to share my Halloween stash today. So we're going to shop my stash. I'll be right back. Okay, I thought I would go through my Halloween stash, share with you what I have. This is a Totally Tiffany canvas craft binder. This one is the one I keep my fall and Halloween and Thanksgiving in, but I'm just going to go through the Halloween section. It starts out kind of with my catalog of stamps, stencils, dies, the little either numbers or like this just says animals. That means I have that filed in my animal section. But if I can move this so we kind of can get both pages there. This over here is my wood stamps that I have for Halloween. Punches and stamps. I follow Tiffany's 4-section system, and one thing she highly recommends is cataloging your items. So some of these things are cataloged in more than one place, but they had at least one element on them that was Halloween, so that's where we went. And I did go through and line all my pockets over the summer. I like how it looks much better now. It's I thinned them out some too, so that there's not so much in a pocket. Sometimes there's multiple things in there, even if you can't tell. There's either multiple of that item or there's similar items in there. But I like to be able to see everything I have when I flip through there. I don't like to have to pull it out and go through things. That kind of makes it take longer for me to find what I'm looking for if I push too much stuff at once. So, but this is kind of die cuts and stickers, and these are some chunky little like gems. Some of these probably could have been put by color, but it was a Halloween set, so I left them all together. I have to remember those are in there though. Oh, I have an extra page in there. Must have thought I'd need one more and I didn't need it. But more stickers, and sometimes these are items that I stamped and colored and didn't use, so I just left them in my binder system. I used Tiffany Scrap Rack, but my seasons are in these binders. I like to be able to pull up like pull the extra table over, or a cart that has a top on it, and just kind of put this there so I can just have all of my Halloween stuff around me when I go. I'm thinking about rearranging my cart so that only the current season is on it. I'll try to remember to take a picture of that as well for you. These are just cut aparts from different magazines, more stickers. Need to go through here and pull out some of the empties because there's another empty one. So everything's kind of filed by the size of the sheet that they're on. This is probably my favorite Totally Tiffany page. It's called the Fantastic 5, I believe. It's got 4, she calls them 5x7 pockets, but that means that something that's 5x7 will fit in the pocket. So it's actually slightly larger than that. And then there's a little one in the center, which I rarely use the one in the center because, I mean, it would have to be very small to fit in there, but it seems like a lot of the stickers I buy are just the right size for that. It almost looks like there's nothing in this one, but there is some vellum inserts in here that are they're part of the Crafter's Companion verse compendium. But those ones were very Halloween, so I just stuck them in here. More Halloween. I did get all my borders put in here. I usually put at least two different borders in each pocket. Sometimes there might be more, but there's at least 2 in each one, so that, unless I got down to where I only had single ones. But I like to be able to look in, like I said, and see what they look like. My big sticker sheets, the sticker books that I got from Dollar Tree. I use these a lot. Sometimes they have sheets that are just all little square ones, and I cut those up and give them to the neighbor kids, and I use them in my planner, so I need to make an effort to use those up. This is just a Cricut cartridge that I own, and it's in there upside down. So it's facing me, and it should be facing you. I just decided to put that in there because it shows I have those images since they were all Halloween. This also came from the Crafter's Companion verse compendium, but they're like envelope seals, but they were all Halloween, so I stuck them in the Halloween stuff. Like some Halloween fonts that you can use in Cricut Design Space. Carol's Cricut Crafts a lot of times will share the new fonts, and if they're very seasonal, like this one was very Halloween, she's done ones that are Christmassy, I kind of print that off and stick it in my theme so that if I'm looking for a spooky font, I can find it. Just some PDF printouts that I have used. I bought the neighbor kids little candy bars before and used these, and these ones fit on the little ones. This one I don't think the color's right, but I put it in there because it still shows that I've got that on my computer, so if I want to print it out, I can print it out. You can use, if you're interested in Tiffany's scrap rack system or binder system, you can use any standard 3-hole punch. These are just regular letter size sheet protectors. And sometimes, like this one here, is just a 12x12 scrapbook page. I think at the time I didn't have any. I probably did have supersized singles. I don't know why I didn't put one out. I guess these were closer, so I just grabbed them. And that is all that's Halloween in that binder. I do have another binder because I had to separate my tools. Now normally I kind of put my like my Stamps of Life, Stamps and Dies are separate. They're in their own place. But the numbering system shows KSOL. But if they are very much a theme of my stamps, dies, or whatever, I just file them in there. That one was fall. And we'll get into Halloween. Some different stamp sets that I bought for Halloween. Some embossing folders for Halloween. A lot of times with the embossing folders, if I put anything on the back, it's stickers, but I kind of wanted to separate the tools, so there's nothing on the backs of these. Because they're so heavy that I didn't want to put two in a pocket. This one was from. Yeah, there it is. I should put it in this way because then it shows what they look like. A lot of times I'll try to keep the packaging if possible, so you can see what it looks like cut out, and also the brand name and whatever, just in case I'd want to share that information on a project, what it is. Now, early on I didn't do that, so there probably are some that I don't know where they came from, but I've tried to do that. Like these ones, I don't know that I kept every one of them. I did keep some of them. Yeah, this is Ms. Sparks from Joann Fabrics, from their line. But that's a fall one. That is all of my tools. I mean, I do have some more stamps and dies, like from Stamps of Life, but those were in my catalog, so you did see them. This is some vinyl that I have for Halloween. Now these were in Hobby Lobby package, but to me candy corn is Halloween. It is not fall, but they had it in a fall pack, as they did this one here. I think Daz was a Paper Studio brand too. But the orange and black, I would use that on Halloween, so I put it in there. And then there was an orange glitter one that I put in there. And I think this one may have been from the Target Dollar Spot. But to me that said Halloween, so I put it there. These are my wood stamps. There's a little jack-o'-lantern in there with one. That means it's in Halloween bag number 1. I don't number each individual stamp. I just number the container that they're in. Because once I get here, if I see, oh, yeah, I want to use that black cat, it's in Halloween 1. I'm going to find it easy when I get there, so I don't worry about numbering each individual stamp. These little ones are falling all over the place. That's just because the bag is not full. And the back has fall and Thanksgiving in it, but then this is how I label the sides. I with my seasons I used washi tape, and then I put the little sticker saying it's Halloween 1 and fall 1. I can just, if I would ever add a Halloween tray, I could just pull this tray out, because that's the numbering's on the tray, so I could just take the tray out, put the new Halloween one in, and put this into a different container. So it'll grow with me pretty easily that way. This is my Halloween washi. This is another Totally Tiffany. I think it's called a Stamp and Go bag. But I have found sometimes as I go through my washi that it doesn't work very well. It has a shelf life, so I really need to do a better job of using it. This is my Halloween ribbon. I store mine in either, this one is a Edna bag. I use either Edna or Merle. The only difference between Edna and Merle is Merle has ear flaps, Velcro ear flaps on either end, so it closes up entirely. So she's better if you have small loose things that you want to put in. But I put my Halloween themed ribbon in here. I do have, I think, maybe a little bit more that's wider, that's in my Dollar Tree bin, because I think it's all stuff I bought at Dollar Tree. But this one's pretty wide and it fits in here. So, black cat one and that one. That's kind of my Halloween ribbon and trim. My Halloween. Most of them are fat quarters. Now there is some like this one here that was left over from a project, but there wasn't that much left, so it wouldn't really wrap in the area where I put my yardage. So I just folded it up and put it inside. This is a Leanne buddy bag, so I use it for my Halloween back quarters. A Rubbermaid container that's got chunky stuff in, like this has the I think it's all from Dollar Tree, sparkle mesh. I do have a few Halloween wreaths to work on, so I might be using some of that. So it's Halloween mesh. The Halloween leather that I bought at Dollar Tree. And this is Halloween. It's mainly napkins. There is some tissue paper in here. And this has like some adhesive tags that I cut out for Halloween that I did not use, all of them. So I just put the rest in here so that they were easy to find. So that's my Halloween napkins. More stuff. I'm gonna put these over in the box. I did have Fall and Halloween in one, and I decided to separate them because I do have quite a bit of Halloween type stuff. I also have a couple of wreath forms. I have a pumpkin that kind of goes out that I got at Dollar Tree, and I have a witch's hat. But I do have this wreath kit, Frankenstein one, and the skeleton one. I'd love to find the ghost one. I haven't found the ghost one. I seen the witch one. I didn't buy it because I kind of have a witch wreath, but I wish I'd bought it. So if I do see it, I probably will pick it up. I bought these to use on wreaths. It's got the witches in. And welcome to our haunted home. Eat, drink, and be scary. And spooky greetings. I figured I could use those on wreaths. And this is just some spider web fill that I got at Target. Alexa, stop. Reminding me Tiffany's coming on. Some witch hat picks. I probably should pick up another pack of those. I just realized because I am going to use 2 of these on my little marshmallow people. I should have bought, or maybe I only have to use 1. Yeah, I think I only have to use 1. But I should have bought another pack anyway because they would be cute on a wreath if I needed to. My glittery items I left in the bag so that if they got out. I bought a purple, orange, and black. I've just been trying to pick up a few different like Halloween type bits so that when I work on my wreaths I have things to put in it. With the spider clips that I have. Whatever I did, I need to find them and put them in there. That's what they should be. Now the only thing I have left is paper. I have quite a bit of Halloween paper, but compared to Christmas, I hardly have any. Christmas is probably my biggest season. I know I have some spider clips and a couple other clips. I need to get them put in there. This is kind of my Halloween, mainly my scraps. I got my single-sided scraps here, some 6x6 paper here, just some cut-up pieces here. This is letter size Halloween. I only have that 1 sheet. And then these are my double-sided scraps. And then the way I do my paper is kind of different. I start out with my double-sided paper in each section. And I actually have a lot of Halloween double-sided paper, which is kind of surprising. I'm just going to flip through it. I'm not going to go through sheet by sheet. I always make the Neighbor Kids pinwheels. And sometimes I like to do bright fun colors, which I don't seem to have a lot of that left. But the double-sided paper works better on the pinwheels than the single-sided. Like I said, I have a lot of double-sided. I was trying to find where the double-sided ended there. I know you're not seeing every sheet, but I have way too much paper to put in here. Some of them are sticking together, but it gives you an idea of what I have. This one, then I call it art page because I don't know what else to call it. It's usually something that has either one big element or a big element like this in the corner. So now this one wouldn't be as hard to use. This one might not be either. These two would be good for scrapbooking, I'll be honest. These first few, but like this one. What do you do with that? I have used them in, like at the front section of my scrapbooking section when I start Halloween or whatever. I might use something like that. But a lot of times, one of them I put into I have it's almost like a big oversized pocket system that I put artwork that I use around my craft room. I usually change that out monthly. And I know technically that's Day of the Dead, but I put it in with my Halloween stuff because it falls right at the same time. So I should give it its own little category. Just make a section that says that. But honestly, I've used some of it for Halloween because I don't celebrate Day of the Dead, but I do find some of the stuff cute. This is paperweight. It's really thin. This I'll usually use in scrapbooking. I don't usually use it in crafting projects. I got rid of most of it. I kept a few seasonal sheets, but most of it I got rid of. And then I divided it down by the design of the paper. Like this is bats. It's all bat paper. Then jack-o'-lanterns. Now, if it's just pumpkin paper, I put that in fall. But sometimes we'll use it on Halloween, but I know where to find it. Skeletons and skulls, to be honest. Which you'll see some more Day of the Dead in here, I'm sure the sugar type skulls or whatever. There's like bones there. See, it's just anything that's just like bones or skulls. Spider webs. I think it's spiders and spider webs. This is another spider web one, but it's like a vellum. Okay, then we have I just put words. It means it has lettered stuff on it. Because sometimes I'm looking for something very specific when I am crafting. Like sometimes a Dreaming Trio project will say, Halloween one will say, use spider web paper. Well, this way I can just go right to my spider web paper. And then I have a section in it called the rest, which means I probably didn't have enough really to create a theme, or I know once I use what I have, I won't be getting more of that. But this one's in Halloween, but you could almost use that for graduation. I'm actually wondering if that's what I bought it for, was a wedding, and then I didn't use it, so I stuck it in Halloween. Because I thought maybe I would use it in Halloween more than I would use it in any other project. But that is my Halloween paper. Okay, I did find I had one more container with Halloween in it. I keep an iris case like this for most occasions. I put it in my backstock area, but sometimes for the seasons, it contains chunky stuff as well as backstock. A lot of times for the seasons, it's just more chunky stuff. I mean, I did have, these might be backstock, the different, they're like little sequins. This one's like skulls and tombstones, I think. I don't use these spice containers in my kitchen anymore. They were Tupperware spice containers. So the ones that were still not too bad, I just use for extra stuff. And this one's kind of just black, orange, and there's like pumpkins in it. But I did have my clips that I bought at Dollar Tree for Reese. I was thinking I should pick up a few more of these because I seen somebody talking about putting them on the glitter branches to make a tree, but I thought, and that made me think, well, I could put those on my Halloween tree because they look like an ornament, you know, and you just clip them right to the branch. So I think I want to do that. And I do have a few left from previous year. I have some butterflies and a bat. I don't think they have this particular design out anymore, and I haven't seen the butterflies at all. I know they had the spiders. I think they have bats. I'm trying to think if I've seen another shape, but I don't remember. But I might have to look for some of those. These are something I found on clearance. Some more of their little green skulls. I'm thinking maybe Meyer, but I'm not 100%. And this one is like little spiders. Yep, Meyer. It does say Meyer on the back. Got Meyer.com back there, so yeah, they were Meyer. So I got those. I have a little set of the LED lights from Dollar Tree. Now, I may use these, but they are not my favorite. I prefer to buy the ones, sometimes you can find some at Target or Michael's that have the built-in timer, so they're on for like 4 or 6 hours and then off for 18 or 20, depending on whether they were 4 or 6. And then they come back on at the same time every day and go off at the same time. I prefer those because these ones, I either turn this on and forget to turn it off, or I just forget to turn it on. So I prefer the ones that automatically come up. And then these I got in a grab bag, and I just stuck them in my Halloween thing because I thought maybe I could use them on a project somewhere sometime. And then there's just some little post-it notes and notepads in here. I just toss those in these containers too. Usually I try to get them out and put on my desk. I haven't been doing that really well the last few months, but I do want to get back to that. And then I have some of these chunky spiders and these clothespins. I try to keep things like this that are chunkier in here. I have taken to doing them in a box, and I should do that with some like this and just keep, like, I'm pretty sure these, I might have bought 2 bags and I put one in on my cart that has my sequins on it, which I should think about moving those to a location, maybe put like a Tiffany bag over on my cart and add my Halloween sequence to it. I kind of want to load that cart with as much Halloween crafting stuff as I can, so that I don't have to have, there's an extra washi in here, so that I don't have to have all this extra, I don't have to go all these extra places to get things. One of Tiffany's mantras, keep together what you use together. And I don't mind storing some of it separate during the most of the year, but when it comes time that I'm going to be working on Halloween, I like to have it all on that cart. I will try to take a picture of that. I don't know if I can get it into view or not. This is the cart that I'm referring to. It's a paper cart, which I have here too. This may not necessarily need to be here, but something like that. And normally it's got all my seasonal paper and then all my seasonal binders on it, but I'm thinking of switching it so that it's only the current season so that when I'm working on it, when I'm working on that season, I can just pull the cart. Because then I can just pull this cart up to the side of my desk. And all of my Halloween will be right there. If a chit-chatty video is something you're interested in, and let me know if you like seeing the shop your stash. I'm just trying to find things that I can do that I don't have to purchase anything for. I mean, I do a lot of haul videos. I'm doing less, I think, than I was before. I think now we're down to about one a week, which is good. And I don't think they're necessarily as big as they can be. It depends on when there's a season change at Dollar Tree. I tend to try to buy the things that I might use there that I know that I like for crafting when I see them, because if it's seasonal at Dollar Tree, even somewhat when it's not, if you don't buy it when you see it, you may not get a second chance. Sad but true. But that's all I've got to share today. I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you next time.